No.
KB2UKA.
I'm reading DJ's very long post.
I think I heard Doug in there too. Go ahead, Doug.
Hey, good morning, guys. How's everyone doing this morning? KB2UKA.
Good morning, Doug.
Don, what's up, my friend?
Not much. Just in here fat mouthing till breakfast is done.
Yep, I got up late again today. Got up at 6:15. I needed the sleep, I guess.
Wow. Yeah, I went to bed at 11. I got up to let the dog out and couldn't go back to sleep, so I wound up coming down here about 4:30.
Yeah, it was a busy week. I think I was just tired. Got a busy weekend as usual.
Cleaned up and that's what I did. I turned the radio on.
Hey, doubled there with Doug here, Bill. I heard you both. Go ahead, Bill.
No, I just said I got up about 5:15 this morning, went and took a shower and stuff and started the day. I got a cup of coffee, made some toast, and that's where I'm at right now.
Well, that's good. That's good. You guys are all S9 here, but I guess I'm not hearing that well. You're all 4x9, but I hear you fine.
Boy, it'd be nice when you get a horizontal antenna up.
Well, it's going to be real nice, hopefully, when I put this loop on the ground in this week. I'm just waiting for the magnetic wire to wrap the core. That's the last part I'm waiting on to build the transformer box.
Oh, so basically you're putting up what do you call a beverage that's going to be in the loop formation?
It's basically a small compromised beverage that literally lays on the ground.
Oh, I got you.
Is that one that's 30 by 30 by 30 by 30?
Well, the original plans all call for 15 by 15. And 15 by 15 is supposed to work very good on 80, but it does not work, allegedly, that well on 40. So I think I'm going to just start with 20 by 20 and see how that does.
Okay. Yeah, whatever. I got mine off of Nate. I think he got it off the internet somewhere. That's when maybe it's 15 feet. I can't remember.
Well, Nate has his at 30 feet, and he uses it on 40, and he says it works well. But I heard, what I've read is that the original plans work very good on 80, and that's really where I need it. I need it here.
I built my transformer and all that stuff already. I just that's me. I get stuff about a quarter of the way done on myself.
Well, I ordered the project box that's on the guy's website, and the friggin' thing's like 1.5 inches by 1.5 inches. I didn't realize it was that small.
Oh, yeah, it's nothing big. I mean, you can put it in your hand and just build it. It's small.
Yeah, and the binocular core is tiny too. It's all gonna fit in there, but it's really tiny.
Yeah, it's in a little small box there. Yeah, it's a binocular type, ferrite and stuff, and then just wind it. So yeah, it's no big deal. It's easy.
Yeah, I think it's 2 wraps on the coax side. And it's either, I don't remember, it's either 5 or 6 wraps on the antenna lead side.
Yeah, it's a 2x6, yeah.
Okay, it's 6, that's right. Okay. Yeah, it's gonna take me 10 minutes to build that thing. And then it's gonna take me 2 minutes to lay the wire. So once I get it, I'm gonna put it down one day this week and see what happens.
Yeah, you won't see much signal, but you'll hear everybody.
Well, I said that last night. I don't care if 5x9 signals come in 5x5. It doesn't. I don't care. I'll still give that guy a 5x9 report. I just want to be able to hear like 4x4 signals. So we'll see. What the instructions say is if you plug the antenna in and your noise floor moves at all, meaning like no antenna to this thing, then it's working. There's enough gain.
Hey, on your radio right now, you don't run preamps on 40 or 80, do you?
Well, I have the built-in preamps that I could turn on.
Yeah, but I mean on 40 and 80 with a regular antenna, you never want to run a preamp, is what I'm saying. 20 maybe, and even 20 I'm thinking about putting a preamp on. And anything above that, a preamp is okay. But down on 40, 80, 160, you really never want to run a preamp.
Correct. Yeah, I never run it anyway, very rarely. And another guy told me that the loop on the ground works better if you put a external preamp right at that box, right on the ground with it. So I might experiment with that too.
Yeah, all preamps, even VHF, they always want you always want to put it at the antenna so you amplify the signal and not the noise through the feed line.
Correct. And the feed line for this thing is 75 ohm cable coax.
Right. Yeah, that's pretty common. And I've seen that. I forgot what they called it. They got a name for that that's just like a beverage. I forgot what they called it. I can't remember the name of it.
Well, they call it a log, a loop on the ground.
That's it, log.
So it'll be cool. I haven't done any antenna experimenting in a while, and this is a real easy one. You don't have to climb anything. What's up, Mark?
Yeah. Log? Was that after you went to the bathroom, they walked in and realized you didn't flush?
Here's a joke for DJ. What did Captain Picard or Captain Kirk leave in the bathroom? The captain's log.
Oh. Oh, Lord.
That's a big boy story.
I figured out how I can get you to build something if it's mailed to you. Don't put it in a box. Make sure that when you get it, it's all out in the open. It'll be disorganized. You won't have a box to put it in.
That's right. That would drive me crazy.
Yeah, I figured that out. It's about 10 minutes ago. I was thinking, like, what if you got something that you didn't put in a box and you just had the pieces? Like you walked up the bill and handed them the pieces. Here you go. That maybe you built by the afternoon.
How do I find a box before this afternoon?
Well, I would still think that you wouldn't have a box. Do you know why?
Okay.
Because they're all filled. Where are you? Art? You sleeping late today?
Yeah, he's probably still sleeping. Man, I almost, when I opened my eyes at 6:15, I almost said, you know what, I'm going back to bed, but I didn't do it.
Oh, yeah, I wish I could go back to bed. I'm two cakes up in the plus right now, so there ain't no going back to bed today. You're right, like 10 kilometers.
KB2UKA.
Oh, I doubled with somebody.
That was me. I was just giving my call sign.
W4D on. I was just checking to see if DA3 KBT is listed again. I'm sure you are. Talk.
Good morning, DJ. Where are you?
I guess he might be down on 160 meters. He doesn't like 80 meters.
like a wired case or something, huh?
Right. We weren't up real late last night. I think Art signed at 12. We all signed it. It was me, but Don fell asleep in front of his microphone, and then he came back and said he was getting off. So it was Don first, that was just before 12, and then right at 12, Art, me, and Paul signed. So we all went to bed about 12 o'clock.
What frequency was you on, Renee?
This one right here.
Okay.
Yeah, we could hear till 7:20. You were on. Yeah, Doug, by the way, there's a net that operates down below. It's on 97. They should be moving to 98. They get in here about 7:20 now, and we take off up to 40 meters around 7:20.
Uh-oh, I better put my Netbuster picture on YouTube.
Oh, no, these guys are polite. They're pretty neat. They actually come up, and one of the net controllers came up yesterday and talked to us, and we worked something out with them. They're going to get on about 7:20. So
What's up, Mac? Good morning, my friend.
Right before 7:20.
And I'm sorry for your loss.
About another 30 minutes, I guess, or 20 some odd minutes. 25.
All right, good. It's good when everyone shows each other a little bit of respect.
Yeah, I think it's working out. Did you see my page?
What, your QRZ?
Yeah, look at my QRZ with the two graphics that Bill made and the statement I put above it.
All right, let me check it out. Hold on.
Yeah, because I have nothing against nets. I just have things against people that nets that key up on top of us while we're still talking. Oh, yeah, Frank, you in here? QQF, you around?
I would make one edit, Dom.
What's that?
Nets or individuals do not have priority, and then you put excluding emergency nets. But I would write excluding emergency nets during an actual emergency.
Oh, yeah, I might do that.
The hurricane guys like to throw me off, too, when it's 70 degrees out and no wind.
Yeah, they run those practice nets, I know, so they can stay finely tuned. Although, I don't think you could be finely tuned for a hurricane net.
No. The nature of the hurricane, it likes to blow over antennas.
Right.
We just go anywhere we want to and call ourselves the emergency net.
Right, Don.
Oh, look, somebody doesn't like being late.
Yep, I see the flutter.
You better get a signal.
You can see it, but I barely heard it.
You know, recognize now and then.
Some people just thrive on hate and discontent. You know, I don't care what it is. But anyway, it's what it is. Anyway, hopefully, I'm pretty sure the band up on 40 will be pretty good when we get there. It usually takes about 20 minutes, 30 minutes before it finally opens up. Is that right, Bill? It's about 20, 30 minutes before everybody can hear each other once we get there?
Yeah, well, we knew that noise was going to be longer.
Oh, yeah.
13 delayed, it'll kick in.
Oh, there you go. And not a whisper of it down here, huh? trend, right?
It's something, that's corresponding with the meter band, whatever meter, 40 meter, something is interfering with it.
Hey, tell me something. When you hear that noise, do you see anything in the waterfall? And is it real wide on the waterfall, or you don't really notice it?
No, the only thing, I don't see nothing on the waterfall unless there's a signal, but, nothing like that, but, like on my spectrum, on the top, I see it on there, it's awesome, really close to the band, I can see it.
So, I wonder if you can keep dialing the VSO and find the grade intensity of it. And then once if it's in the handband, maybe once you get the tune up on that frequency, and then freaking see it.
It's just a real high noise level. I don't see that signals down in the waterfall. It's up on the spectrum scope is where I'm seeing it. It's a constant level clean across the band. So I couldn't dial in anything. It's the same the whole way through.
Have you noticed any solar panels in your area?
No. That's what I was saying. I put my camera where it's on it's on a rotator. I went through where I could see, the neighborhood below me. And, I don't see one single thing unless they're on the opposite side of the roof.
If he was hearing that before daylight, so the solar panel wouldn't be active.
KB2UKA. I'm going to grab a drink. I'll be right back.
I honestly think it's something that one of the neighbors went on a fire or something. It was longer yesterday. And I don't know if into the fact because it was raining yesterday pretty steady, so it could have been that. So I went out and checked my antenna. I looked at everything. I even checked the cables and all that stuff, and the ladder line and things like that.
Yeah, it could be as simple as some of these night fights.
Yeah, there's somebody that was plasma TV that they just got, but I thought them things were extinct now, but I don't know, maybe somebody found flea market or something and hooked it up, because I know I had one here and I got rid of it.
Oh, it's a plasma TV that they had for a while, and it's going bad, and that's why you're hearing it. So maybe eventually it'll fry.
Yeah, it's a possibility. Oh, well, I'll just deal with it until I find out, or it goes away.
Maybe your neighbor got enough maker and he's making bread.
Well, I don't know. I make it in mind when I'm on, one frequency and it doesn't do anything in the house or tomorrow.
Maybe you got a cheap one, he just tried it out.
KM4DTY, yep, I need some more coffee myself. Who's out there listening? KM4DTY.
Whiskey 4, big hot coffee.
Good morning.
KK4VPJ, good morning, Daniel. How are you?
I'm doing good.
All I guess for me is the weather's probably fairly comparable. We get a lot of localized weather here. I mean, you get like rain cells they can take in. You can have rain on one side of the street and not on the other. And everybody's seen that somewhere, but in Florida, it's like in the summertime, it's every day. I mean, I'll be a half a mile from here, and it'll be bright and sunny. Come home and it's raining, or vice versa, or it's just the weather's all over the place. So with that one, let's see if Mr.
Wake
up his wife
this time of the morning to tell her that her boyfriend is on frequency. Boy, you might get a terrible slap there, Gwen.
You never know. I might have to talk on the radio again.
No.
Woke up, I had first cup of coffee in there today, and air quality is.
KB2UKA. This is KB2UKA, is the frequency in use. This is KB2UKA, is the frequency in use.
Yes.
I'm trying to call, so my hand and feet up because I was using the snowblower. So what happened when I come in the house now, inside is like maybe 670. So my hand is tiring out too fast, man. So it burns. So we just turn on the cold water because you can't put in hot water or it worse. We just turn on the cold water, cold, and put them on again.
You calm down everything, man. So I'm good now. I'm gonna go back out there.
KB2UKA, standing by.
No, Doug wants us to go to 72.99. I guess the top of the range.
Is that what everybody wants, $72.99?
Yeah, if you told me 72.99, might as well go there.
KB2UKA, standing by. This is KB2UKA, standing by.
You'll be there in a minute, Doug.
Morning, Doug. And KYX.
Bill, Don, good morning. I hear both of you 5 and 9.
WA9WUD.
WA9WUD, good morning.
Good morning, Doug and the group. Hey, I want to apologize. That was me up on 80 trying to join in when you guys saw the flutter, and so it caused me to go back and take a look, and I found a problem with my dog. So hopefully it's all corrected now.
Oh, okay. No worries, Arthur. No worries at all. You're 5 and 9 as well into Long Island. Yeah, Dom, I don't know if you're in there yet, but 195, they take that over real early. Oh, there's a big boy tuning up. Whoever that is going to be like 20 over for me.
Well, I don't think I'll be 20 over.
10 over.
And there you go. Yeah, I think Dominic said he'd be down here shortly.
Oh, I think we're all hearing each other fine. I'm going 4K. Hold on.
Dawn, I don't know if we're going to hear each other. You got a copy?
Whiskey 4, Delta Oscar Mike. Do you copy KB2UKA? No, I don't think he's there unless you wrote that on Signal. Arthur, do you hear him? Don, you still in there?
Yeah, go ahead. I'm not hearing Art or Bill.
Huh. Okay, well, WA9WDD, that's Art in Michigan. I didn't hear him respond to me. Maybe he's doing something with his DAW. Art, do you copy?
Yeah, I'm back with you, Doug. Yeah, I just went back and played your recording. I wanted to see how I sounded. And yeah, I go by Al, Alpha Lima.
Oh, okay, Al. Got it. Don, do you hear him now? Bill, what about you? Do you hear Al?
Oh, yeah. Al's in the PA big, but I'm not hearing Dawn.
I don't think Don... oh, you're not hearing Don. Okay.
Bill, you're 5'9" plus. Yeah, you're making a good trip into Pennsylvania here, sounding good.
Let me write a message here on Signal. Hold on.
Yeah, what part of Michigan you in? I was up there a few times. I fished the Black River. Yeah, Black River up by South Haven? Yeah. Yeah, I'm just further down the lake on from South Haven, little town called Baroda. It's a little farm town south of St. Joe. Yes. Oh, roger that. Yeah. Yeah, I've been up to Michigan a few times. I had some business up there a couple of times, and then I went up there fishing a few times. Yeah, I didn't know the Black River was a fishing destination. The most popular, of course, is to go out on the lake itself and go after the coho and the perch. Yeah, we were doing the river run for the coho and stuff, so that's what we was in there fishing for, and I usually do very well, so I couldn't complain. Okay, yeah, thanks, Bill. Yeah, I'm not a fisherman, but my wife is actually in that industry. She worked for the Department of Natural Resources, so, it kind of rubbed off on me a little bit. Yeah, well, that was back in the day, Al. I don't too much anymore. I used to be a hunter, a fisherman. The fisherman part I do around the house here. I do a lot of fly fishing, so I do like that.
I'm here, W4DM. Good morning.
5 over.
Yeah, all of you sound good. Even the station up in Michigan there. This is W4DM. your wife works for DNR, huh? Oh, I was saying your wife worked for DNR, right?
Yeah, she was in the fisheries department.
That must be a nice job. My son wanted to do something like that. He wanted to be a marine biologist, but he took a different route. But that's good. That's good. It must be a fun job.
Well, it was a lot of years ago. She's a consultant now, mostly for people who need to get permits, building permits and different things for building along the protected dunes of Lake Michigan.
Oh, I got you. Yeah. I'm over here in South Carolina, just north of Columbia. I'm on Lake Watery. And I don't see much of DNR around here, but I'm sure they exist. I know
Good morning,
when
Bill.
I have to get my license, I deal with them. But on the water, I never see them.
Check. Well, here we go.
Being a DNR officer around here, took over the state park, and that's about a mile around. All right, I just came in, and I'm going to stand by and listen up, see who else is in here. And good morning to you. The name is Dominic, and the call is W4DOM, Delta Oscar Mike, just like my name, okay?
Very good, Dom. Yeah, I just also want to let everybody know I was here, and if you didn't hear it, that was me that was causing the flutter down there on 80 meters. So it caused me to go back and take a look at things and found my DAW, for some reason, was frozen up. So that's what was causing the flutter. So I apologize to everyone.
Oh, no problem. You got a little something going on right now. I'll let Bill and Doug let you know. They probably, if they hear it, maybe it's just me, but you're 20 over here. But it seems a very high-pitched noise at the on the top of the audio. All right, I'll be right back. W4DOM, guys. I'm going to the bathroom.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you, Al. Are you running a noise gate?
I'm running a noise gate on the receive side, but not on the mic.
Okay, so when you key down, and you'll hear this on YouTube, when you key down, here's what I hear right before you talk. You ready? So I'm going to go quiet, and then I'm going to make the noise. Shh. Hi, this is Al. So that's why I asked if you had a noise gate. Because when you key down, you get this. Shh. And then your voice. So it sounds like something's opening, and like something with an attack or a release is not set right.
All right, well, stand by. Let me take a look, and I'll tell you when I turn it off.
Okay, cool. But again, if the gate is just on the receive, it's definitely not that.
It's definitely on his key up, and then when he unkeys, I heard it also.
Yep. Okay. So Bill says you guys doubled. It's definitely on when you key. He says he hears it when you also unkey. So I'm gonna keep listening. You're on a flex, right? So I had that issue, and Bill might even remember it a while back. And for me, it was a timing between TX and RX in my SDR settings, but we're on different radios.
Yeah, there's a 30 millisecond delay that's set in for the amplifier. Does that sound like it could be the problem?
That could be. And I'll give you an example. I had to add a delay, but that was like 10 software updates ago. Now I have no delay, and it went away.
Yeah, I had to do the same thing with mine because what happened to mine, when I would unkey, I wouldn't hear the transmission coming back to me, the party coming back to me. It took like 2 seconds before I could hear them. So I set it in a setting in the software. I set something there. I can't remember. That's been years ago, so I can't remember. But it corrected the problem. Well, let me look things over here a little bit, and I'll let you know when I'm ready for a new listen. But give me a moment
to Alan.
Through my DAW. Hey, one more thing, Al, before you go. on your downward expander, your DEXP. Where's that set at? I got it right now set on the mid-range, and it's activated. It's right in the middle, not on the full DX side and not on the normal side, but in the middle. Okay, that's good. That's on your mic, but I'm saying your downward expander. That's down below your Vox and stuff. Your DEXP. Where's that set at? Oh, okay. Yeah, I misunderstood. That's off right now. It's off. All right. You might want to bump that up a wee bit. All right, let's go here. All right, downward expander is coming on, and I'll just set it for mid-range. I thought that was for background noise, but maybe I misunderstood. It's on now. All right. Yeah, I got mine set at about 28. That's where mine's at. Okay, are you still hearing the issue? Key up again. With my downward expander on now, on the flex now, downward expander, are you still hearing the problems that you guys identified? Yeah, I'm still hearing it out.
I'm not hearing it on the off key though anymore. I'm only hearing it on when you key down.
Yeah, I heard it on the key up, but not the release. I didn't hear it when he released the key. So I don't know if that maybe took that out or not, but I was hearing on both, on key up and then release. Okay, yeah, give me some time to noodle through this, and I'll go back and listen to the YouTube, and I'll sort it out. I found I have to just kind of go through these things piece by piece to find the offending element.
Do me one more favor before you do that. When I'm done talking, Al, key down and don't say anything, and watch your pan adapter and see if it looks like you're transmitting even though you're not talking, just for a split second. Give that a shot.
Okay, I'm going to do that. I'll stop talking and then key up. Oh, yeah, I saw you can see it clearly in the pan adapter.
Okay, it's most likely a timing issue in your software. But you could try that. You could shut the DAW off and try that again while you're tinkering around. And if it goes away with the DAW off, then it could be a timing in one of your plugins.
Hey, I got a comment, Doug.
Yeah, go ahead, Dom.
Whatever it is, it's throughout his whole audio line. He's very high and crispy. I can't place my finger on it. I didn't look at his bandwidth, but his whole audio is crispy and pitched like that. And I think that might, whatever that is, has something to do with the rest of his audio.
No, you're correct. We got to do some EQing too, Al. But unless you have something really boosted, and that's why I'm saying you could also try shutting each plugin off individually. There could be something in that upper mid-range to high range that's boosted way too high, and it's picking up some type of harmonic when you key down. It could be that as well, but I would start first by shutting the whole DAW off and see if it goes away, and then turning the DAW back on, and then going plugin by plugin, on, off, and see if you can figure out which one is doing it. And then if it's not the plugins, it's a timing thing in the SDR. Well, it went away.
Yeah, it's gone.
Yeah, it's gone that time. And Art just asked, he wanted to know what kind of microphone you're using, and if you're using, if you have the bias enabled on Smart SDR.
Yeah, I'm using the Dynacaster with the audio interface.
Okay, do you have the bias enabled in Smart SDR?
No.
Okay, yeah. Well, something, yeah. You definitely lost all of that noise, and your audio came down to you know, it needs to be set up, but it's clear now. It doesn't have that crispiness and to it anymore, and that noise is gone.
Well, I don't want to monopolize the conversation here. If you guys don't mind, I'll just turn it back on one at a time, or I can do it on my own. No, go ahead, Al. That's what we're here for. No, go ahead, buddy.
Yeah, this is the fun part, Al.
Okay, this is the first one turned on. It's the R-Box, which is the compressor on the front end. Sounds good.
It's the Dynacaster art.
Okay, next one is the Mercury III, which is just a, I'm not sure, it's kind of a magical plug-in to improve the audio. Sounds good.
Yeah, good.
Okay, now we've got the Apex Vintage turned on.
That's it.
You say that was it?
Yeah, when you turn the Apex on, it all came back.
I didn't hear it. I think his Apex might be set too high, and that's what's causing him to sound like a contester. But I didn't hear the artifact at the beginning. Did you, Bill?
Come on back, Al. Talk a little bit. Let me see what I hear. Okay, this is Al back.
Yep, I heard it.
WA9WIUD for ID. Got the Apex turned on. No EQ yet. But let's see. Looks like it's not peaking out at about -5 on the VU meter.
Okay, I heard it.
It's starting to pick up now. I think it's your Apex. You might be a little bit hot on the Apex on a drive. Maybe cut that back a little bit, then throw your EQing on.
I'm running the same plugin, and I did hear it. I heard it faintly when you keyed down. Let me ask you a question, Al. Move the meter switch to in, because you've got in, out, and AX. Move it to in, and then say the number 5 like this, like punchy, like 5, and tell me where it peaks out at.
Okay, we're looking at in 5. Looks like we got about +2 on the end.
Okay, and then when you're talking regular, like I am right now, regular volume, where's it peak out at?
Okay, regular volume. It looks like it may be set too high because it is pegging out +3 plus.
Okay, so that's +3. All right, so now with regular audio, like we're talking right now, roll back that input dial until, and you could just, you could say whatever you want. You could say the alphabet. You could talk about your antenna. Roll that input dial back below 0. Like I'll give you an example. Mine's probably set at like -3.5, but that doesn't mean that's what yours has to be set. But roll it back until the only time it's going into the red is very, very loud voice peaks. It should be averaging around like -3, between -5 and -1. That's where the majority of the needle time should be. And then if you get real hot, maybe it goes into the red, but that's okay. But that's very, very rare. It'll go into the red. So try that a little bit. Roll back the input gauge.
Okay, input gain is back, something normal. My antenna here is just a simple D5RV. It's the modified version. I can't recall that maybe after somebody else that's optimized for a little bit more broadband, multi-band usage. Okay, so it looks like basically
I still hear it.
Back to about just 0 gain right now.
He's not done yet.
And looks like it's averaging at about -3. Yeah, that's if I talk louder, I can make it go up into the 0 range.
Okay. Now click it to output. Out. And what's it doing there? Start talking and see what it's doing there. Is it still clipping?
Okay, we're on output now. Oh, yeah, and the output, of course, is quite a bit lower. You have the output gain right now set at -3. So I had that set at -3 when I had the input a little bit hotter. So right now, with the -3 gain on the output, I'm in the -7 to -5 range on the output.
All right, -7 to -5. If you have to, you can turn the output up a little bit. Try to get it into that like -3, -1 range.
Okay, bringing the output up. Basically, it's set to 0 now. Also, so I got 0 on the input, 0 on the output, and the meter on the output is going from between -3 and 0.
Okay. And now, just to confirm, your knob should be set to mix 1. I'm assuming it was. Was it set to mix 1?
Correct. I've always been using mix 1.
Okay, and you should have mains set to off and noise set to off.
That's correct.
Okay, and then your AX mix, what number do you have that set on?
Well, right now it's set on 7.
Okay. Roll that back to like 5.5.
Okay, here's 5.5. Output VU again, still bouncing -1 to 0.
All right, I'm going to pause here for a second, and then I'd like you to speak again. I'm not hearing you as great as I was hearing you. I think the other guys are hearing you better. I don't hear it right now, but go ahead, talk. And then, Dominic, why don't you pick it up?
Okay, I'll talk. And just to be you guys know, everything downstream of here, including the EQ right now, is also off. So back to you, Dom.
All right, it sounds better, but I still hear it, something in there that's still crispy. I think he just lowered it. I don't know. And his average dropped way off.
Yeah, because he's got the other plugins off. I'm not hearing the ka-chunk, though, when he keys. You're hearing that, even if he doesn't talk?
The ka-chunk is gone. I'm not hearing it before or after. But in his audio chain, there was a crispy sound. Like that.
Okay, so yeah, so he's got to do more adjustments, but I think the Aphex was causing the ka-chunk because he was too hot. Al, what were your first 2 plugins?
See, on the upstream of here, I've got the iMac, which is the a slight amount of compression, and then the Mercury III, which is it's one of those artificial intelligence type plugins. You let it listen to your audio, and then it supposedly improves your audio chain. And then after that is the Apex. And then downstream, but not turned on yet, is the wave bass, and then the wave EQ, and then another compressor. And then I've got a voice center.
Okay, turn everything on. I want to hear it again with everything on.
Okay. Everything, or you want me to go one at a time?
I want to hear everything real quick.
W4 at 30.
KB2UKA.
K1WIL. Okay, everything is back on.
Okay, I heard it that time. Okay. What are your last 3 plugins?
got the wave bass, adding in the bass, and then I've got a reverb, and then the final before you see the output is another compressor.
Okay. Shut that last compressor off.
Okay, this is WA9WUD. The last compressor and the microphone chain is off.
Okay, it went away. Put it back on.
Okay, last compressor is on.
Which compression?
Yep, it's the compression.
Okay, I backed off to the compressor.
Okay, which compressor plugin are you using?
The Wave RVOX, just a simple, it doesn't have all of the adjustments, just one adjustment for the amount of compression, and then two sliders to set the input gain and the output gain. Oh, I'm sorry, the input gate and the output gain.
Okay, I know that plugin. I think I downloaded it. I'm going to recommend you get a plugin for your last compressor that gives you threshold control, ratio control, attack, and release. It's something with the attack and release, don't you think, Bill?
Yeah, it's like overbearing when he kicks that. I know a lot of people run multi-compression, but it's not playing well with that last one he's kicking in.
Okay, well, I'll just leave that last compressor off for now, and maybe Doug, if you get a chance, send me a link to the probably the Wave compressor. I would imagine that you recommend.
I don't even know what I'm running now. I think I'm running one that's built into Logic Pro, but there's a lot of good ones at Waves. I'll send you a link. It sounds much better. I think there's some EQ work you could do. But let me also ask you, on the Dynacaster, going from left to right, if you're looking at the three switches on the back, where do you have the switch on the left? I'm assuming you have the power turned on in the middle. And where do you have the switch on the right?
Well, everything's in the center. Of course, the preamp is on, and then the two, the treble and the bass, those are all in the middle, so they're turned off.
Okay, so the one on the right, when you have it in the middle, it's not turned off. It's a slight boost. Sorry, having my own issues. It's a slight boost to the upper when it's in the middle. That's where I have mine. I have my left switch on the flat. I've got the preamp on, and I've got the highs set to the middle, which is a slight boost. Can you take a pen or a little toothpick or whatever and pull that one all the way down? That'll make it flat.
Yeah, I'll have to go grab something here. So why don't you guys carry on a little bit? I'll make those adjustments and jump back in.
All right, cool. It sounds much better, guys, don't you think?
Yeah, at the key up and when he unkeys, but his audio still needs work there. I think there's a crispiness. When he turned on the Apex, that's when it all went that way.
Well, his Apex now is set relatively low. Like that last adjustment, I run mine almost at 8, but then I have everything balanced in the EQ. So he has to, there's some EQ work that has to go on.
Right. All right. N4QNT, you make it in W4DOM.
Art is probably watching his coffee drip.
I see that signal coming now. It's really nasty. I guess it's a forecast. Art may not be hearing me, so you guys may want to give him a holler. I'm gonna go on the back porch for a minute. W4 dealer.
All right, Dom. N4QNT, you in there?
I am. I'm here. N4QNT. Good morning. Oh my, this is great. That's you just. I don't know. Just the way you said that, Doug, it had me laughing really good, man. What a great way to start the morning. Good morning, everybody.
I'm telling you the truth, Art. I'm looking at the compressor right now. I don't know what the hell it's called. So that's what's making me think it's just a Logic Pro compressor that's built in. I don't think I bought this one. But yeah, the compression, it's his attack release in that compressor, and he doesn't have control over it.
Yeah. Well, hey, good experiment. I mean, I was listening. In and out real quick. I just came back with the cup here, but I've been listening. So, oh my. All right. Well, it's a work in progress. He's got the mic and he's got the VSTs, and now it's time for some EQing and really getting that robust tone that could be created even with 3K. So, I mean, at least the first problem is solved. Yeah, that was a very apparent loud hiss just before his first word after keying up.
Yep, been there, done that.
Okay, I'm back. I got the Diacast. I got both the high and the low just set for the flat line.
Okay. All right. Well, the main artifact problem is gone. Well, the ka-chunk. If you're up to it, we could work on the EQ a little bit. We got a good set of ears here now. Art, N4QNT. We could both help you if that's something you want to do.
Yeah, stand by. Let me get that plug in on the screen here so I can make the adjustment.
And Art, I don't know if you heard, his Aphex, his mix now is set on like 5, so that's relatively low. But I guess he could turn that up after the EQ is set appropriately.
Okay, excellent. And also wondering how he's firing up the mic. Sometimes the mic can starve, and I'm going to say starve now because, of course, it has the built-in dynamite, the activator. If it's not getting that full 48 volts, it could diminish the quality and tone of the mic. If whatever he's using for Phantom, hopefully it's, whatever a pretty good supported Phantom box, maybe it's built into whatever gear he's going into. I'm just hoping he's got a full 48 volts.
Yep, I don't know what interface he's using. What I know is he's on an iMac like I am, and he's running SmartSDR, I believe.
Yeah, that's correct. SmartSDR, but none of the audio is turned on in SmartSDR. So I got my EQ now up. It's the Wave S6 dynamic. And the audio interface is the Scarlett Solo. I'm using the 48 volts.
All right. What do you have your low cut set at?
Low cut is not set right now. I do have my first filter at 55 hertz with about looks like about 10 dB of gain, and the Q set at 1.
Okay, let's start here. What's your transmit profile right now in SmartSDR? What's your low end set at, and what's your high end set at? I'll give you an example. My low end is 10 hertz. My high end is 4,010 hertz.
Yeah, right now I got my low at 50, and I'm on the 3 kilohertz profile, so I got top end set at 3.
Okay, so your low end's at 50. Set your low cut at like 48.
Low cut on the EQ?
Correct. So you want to cut everything pretty much below 50.
quick ID and 4QNT.
We have broadcast now, don't we?
K1WIL.
There's Bill.
Yeah, I'll catch up with these guys later on. I got some things to do.
Okay, low cut on the EQ is set now at 50. This is WA9WIUD.
Okay, and bring your okay, so low cut is set at 50, and then if you go to your first adjustment at like 80, make your first adjustment 80, and keep it flat right now.
Okay, everything, let me bring down the high. Everything other than that low cut at 50, everything is flat on EQ.
Okay, good. All right, so let's start there. Everything's flat. You have a low cut at 50. Now do your high cut at like 3100.
Okay, high cut is set for 3100.
Okay, so now, let's see. Art, where do you think the first cut should be? Should he start cutting the mid, or what do you think?
I've got everything flat other than the low cut and the high cut, and everything in the center is flat.
I'm sorry, Al. We got two Arts in here. So I'm going to call Art, and I'm going to call you Al. Does that work?
Yeah, hey, Doug. Yeah, all of a sudden, oh my goodness, this foreign broadcast just down the band about, 2 kcs. It's blaring in here really loud. I hear Al, but not the best copy at the moment.
Yeah, me too. You guys want to find another frequency?
Yeah, we can certainly attempt it, but boy, this is a tough copy right now. I mean, you're coming through it okay, but I still hear all the fluff and scratch. It's hard to really pinpoint the EQing for him, for me.
Yeah, I got that broadcaster also.
Let's QSY to 287. If the AM window comes in, we'll have to move, but let's go to 287. KB2UKA QSY 287. KB2UKA, and I think we should go up to 288. KB2UKA.
WA9WIUD.
All right, I'm just going to wait for Art to get here, and then I think we should go up to 288, actually. N4QNT, did you make it?
Yeah, 288 might be a little better for a buffer.
Yep, I agree. 288, QSY.
All right, N4QNT.
KB2UKA, I'm going to go 3K here. Hold on. Okay, KB2UKA.
All right, so my first thought, well, I'm just still curious about the Scarlett, Al, the Scarlett box that the mic is plugged into. And of course, I know you said you have 48 volts enabled. Does that get powered up just from the computer with the USB cable? Or is there a separate AC source, or AC to DC source that plugs also into the Scarlett?
Yeah, the Scarlett gets powered from its USB port.
Okay. All right, and please don't take me the wrong way. We kind of been there, done that with these boxes that kind of promise 48 volts on the decal or on the stenciling outside the box. The writing. But truly, unfortunately, supplied a box, you know, a USB interface. There's many models, but the ones that actually have their own power source truly generates full 48 volts. And that preamp and that Dynacaster, you know, is a pretty hefty circuit, and it produces 30 dBs of lift from that element, and it truly takes a full 48 volts. So the thinness in your audio at the moment, and not even me hearing any kind of differences as soon as you went to that low cut at 40 and now at 3, I mean, there should be some kind of low end response, and it's really thin and kind of like starving for that a little bit. So, you know, Doug, I'm hoping he's getting that. You know, this mic definitely needs a full 48 volts.
Yeah, Art's 100% correct. Where do you have your gain level on the Scarlett? What time on the clock is that set at? And when you talk, does it ever go into the orange or red?
Okay, thanks, Art. Yeah, that's really good advice, and I understand your concept perfectly. And I've got a 48 volt power insertion device. It's just not handy to me right now, and I'll give that a try at a later point in time, and certainly see your point there. And back to Doug, the Scarlett now is set at 12 o'clock, and normally what I do is I'll turn the gain up until I see the orange, and then I'll back off about 10 to 15 degrees.
Okay, just for an experiment, turn it to 1 o'clock.
Okay. Here's 1 o'clock, and we're still totally green.
Try 2 o'clock.
All right. Are we here? W4D on.
Yep, we're here. We're here.
All right, I got to touch up.
Go ahead, Al. Let's hear it at like 2 o'clock, 2:30.
Yeah, I think my Scarlett box may be acting up.
Well, I don't know what Art will say, but when you turned it up, it started to sound a little more robust.
Yeah, I did notice that. There was definitely some enhancement there. The tone, or, you know, the gain was starting to come up. Boy, I usually like to see those at least, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock on that input knob.
One, two. KB2UKA. Audio. Audio.
Just wanted to see if Bill made it. You make it down, Bill? K1WIL?
I think he said he was stepping out. I'm not sure.
Okay, no problem. Just 10-4 QNT at the 50.
Yeah, W4D at 50. Bill, did you make it here?
All right, Alan just wrote on the YouTube page that something's up with his Focusrite. He's going to get something else. That could have been it the whole time.
Yeah, I think so, Doug. It just didn't sound right. I mean, the mic was definitely, even though he had the switch in the I, right? I think I is to engage, and the 0 is to turn off the activator, you know, the sensor switch behind the mic. It just, I don't know. It just doesn't sound like it has full power coming out of that microphone.
Yeah, mine floats between green and orange. I like to almost clip. I'm not clipping, but I like to almost clip.
Exactly. But all right. Well, good morning, and real quick, Dom, I did respond. I'm confused on that top cable with that 1 1/4 inch phono jack. I thought that was going to be an 1/8 inch jack that goes into the front of that UR box.
Yeah, I'm looking for one now.
That's the cable I have. That's the one that I could, just throw it in the mail Monday and get it to you. It's only a couple of bucks to send it to you. No biggie.
All right, I'm checking to see if they got one. They have one, but it's a MIDI on the other end. I gotta get one with an XLR.
So Art, I got a another update on their software yesterday. It's working even better.
Yeah, Doug, I was going to actually, bring that up front here and ask a few things. I understand some major release here. So how's the metering situation now? VU control, all that stuff. Is it pretty much figured out, or are they still working on that a little bit?
So, this is still version 12 tester release. They did a bug fix update yesterday morning. It's still V12 though. And then there'll be even more fixes when they release it on their website, probably in a week. I have peak metering and average metering now. And they told me they have a built-in automatic transmit AGC that we do not have control over. We might have control over it in the future. That will not allow 0 dB. So, but what's happening is the peak now, I'm able to get the peak to max out at like minus 0.05. So it's definitely more sensitive, but I'll give you an example. This is 22 dB of mic gain. This is 80 dB of mic gain. Same peak, but I hear more noise in the background. And now I'm back to 22 dB of mic gain. So I believe that algorithm for the transmit AGC is a precursor to adaptive pre-distortion.
Oh, okay. Well, that makes sense. I mean, I guess it's building blocks, each circuit or each, the segments in that software at some point is going to have to work in tandem to finally get PS to work. So, all right, so it's the building blocks, and that's great. Yeah, I noticed that immediately. You have a lot of control now. Yeah, before it was so it wasn't synchronized, so that's great on that setting now.
Yep, and they did big improvements on the receive AGC. It's much more sensitive, and I don't know. So far, so good. With everything going on over there, I'm shocked they were able to release another update yesterday, but they did.
Yeah. So, all right. Well, no, that's great. And any chance that they're talking about bringing the meter back, the float around window for the S meter, or is that something that's still probably on the back burner?
All that I think will be last, like being able to customize the display with a picture like you could do in V2. I think that'll all be last. They're still calling for adaptive pre-distortion by the end of the year, but I've had 2 firmware updates in the last week and a half, so they're working.
Hey, Art.
Yeah, excellent. Go ahead, Nom.
Can you find that cable on Sweetwater?
Yeah, the one thing I have to recognize is the box, and of course the Phantom Power box you're going to get, which is good. That's it. All independent, 48 volt. That's all it does. So that's what it's designed for. So of course from the back of the mic, which is considered male XLR, the other end will be female XLR that goes into the probably the left side of the Phantom, that Phantom box. Now I just have to figure out. Now it'll be probably male out and then 1/8 inch 1/8 inch on the end of that cable. So that's the one we need to find.
It's a 3.5 millimeter female jack.
Is this for the Dynacaster?
Yeah.
Yeah.
K2UKA.
Oh no, put your shirt on.
Oh my. I went up outside and let my antenna down. I checked everything. I don't see nothing wrong with that, but I still got that damn noise in there.
Oh, I missed that. What noise do you have?
Yeah. So, Bill, does it finally go away? Is it all day and all night long?
That's what I can't understand, Art. It's like a light switch. When it goes off, it goes off. But when it's on there, it's clean across the band on the 40 meter. Not up on 75. I checked the other bands, not there either. So it's driving me crazy.
Okay, my next question is going to be, in your area, maybe, not sure about the closest home near you or building or whatever, and maybe even your home. Do you know of any transition made of the metering, the power metering on the sides of the wall that measure the amount of electricity? I understand that a lot of them are going to this new smart meter that's on whatever frequencies, and it transmits out to a pickup somewhere around the area to a pole to monitor the amount of electricity. Did you guys make a transition recently, or you think it's still all analog around there?
No, we did that about 3 years ago, Art. I got the new metering system it's in. Never had no problem, after they changed the analog out. So I took my camera, I got it on a rotator. I checked the neighborhood with the roofs I could see with solar panels, and I would believe they would be on this side because I'm facing, the eastern sun when it comes up. So I don't see any new solar panels. I don't see anything like that.
Yeah, my fidgeting around with my PTT here. I got to solder in this new one later when I get home. But yeah, no, okay, good. I'm happy you at least got that out of the way, because let me tell you, what a fiasco for me when they came in my area. Because we're separated here, the homes on this subdivision, 12, 18 feet apart. But still, I have my neighbors to contend with, and of course my own. And when those went in, it seems it's like a clock. Every 30 minutes, I get the separation by every 6 kcs of noise going across 40 meters. So, it only lasts for about 20 minutes, and it goes away. So it doesn't hinder my receive. I still hear everybody great. It's like on a pan adapter, of course, you notice it immediately.
Yeah, I can see about 7 houses that, down below me, and I hate to say this is creepy, but I spun my camera to each house and I zoomed in on it, and I do not see any solar panels up. So, like I said, it's just like a light switch. It can be strong, and all of a sudden it disappears. And it's good for the day, it seems like. I don't know if somebody's running something or what, but
frequencies in use.
So go ahead and pick. I think Elzin is still adjusting his audio. So K2UKA, go ahead and pick it up.
Yeah, top of the hour, N4QNT.
KB2UKA. Yeah, Al thinks he has an issue with his audio interface. He was grabbing another one.
W4D on. Yeah, I'm back on WA9W UD.
Whoa, that sounds a lot better.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, well, time at this point doesn't give precedence. You still have to recognize that the bandpass is in use and maybe give us an opportunity, but to just key up like we're invisible, that's the issue. No one owns a frequency, over.
Our problem is we've been running this building for about 25 years on this frequency every morning at the same time.
Yeah, 25 years.
Okay, but we don't know that. How are we supposed to know that? You know that. The people you hang out with know that. But newcomers that want to just use the portion of 40 meters don't know that. And here's the dilemma that now we face. You heat up on an ongoing QSO a KC away, and now you're just going to take over and make like we don't even exist? Is that what's happening right now? All right, well, this guy is not going to give us any courtesy whatsoever. He's going to take over the bandwidth, a KC, from an ongoing QSO. So I guess we're just going to have to stay here now so we can hear each other. If they're going to try to interfere with us, then we're going to have to land here so we can at least hear each other. Over.
You know what's funny, Art? They've been here 25 years, but now they're famous on YouTube because they just came right into the bandpass without even a courtesy, right? Without even a courtesy, asking if the frequency was in use or saying, hey, guys, we hear you're up there, but I think we should just stay here.
All right, so this is on YouTube, right? I want to pinpoint the moment it occurred just to proof check. If anyone's listening, they can go to your YouTube channel and listen to how this all went down. And this is what's happening today in amateur radio. We've been here 40 years, so that's the case. So what you're saying is there's no trespassing signs on frequency to frequency.
Yep, we got an hour and 20 minutes on the YouTube channel. This is KB2UKA, and the frequency was in use, and we are being told that we have to leave because they have a net here for 25 years. I believe the correct operation is the net needs to find a new frequency if the frequency is in use.
+5 or -5. Every net does it.
We've been here for several years, and you weren't here for 40 years.
We were on 288, 5 of us, having a QSO for the last 45 minutes, and you fire up on 287 within the bandpass. That means the frequency is in use.
And where were you at the last 2 or 3 years? It doesn't make a difference how many years. Do you guys not know the rules? Do you not know the rules that nobody owns a frequency? It doesn't make a difference if you were here 100 years. If somebody is there before you are, it's in use. Either wait until we're done or find another frequency.
Or at least give us the courteous of communicating with you. Announce yourself. Tell us what's going to happen. Let us know. Give us the opportunity. You just took over the bandpass like we're invisible, and then everybody says, oh, we've been here for 40 years, or oh, we didn't hear you. The two famous excuses with net controllers.
Read parts 97. That'll solve the whole problem.
You're the one that says you were here for 40 years, not us. And nobody did not ask you to leave the emergency.
So a frequency, a KC away, is bandpass. Our radios transmit 2.6 to 2.9. I mean, seriously, really? You think one channel or one segment away is going to solve the issue? I mean, these are not channels. We need to be separated by at least 3 KCs from communicator to communicator.
So if you guys want to move the net, that'd be great.
Now, if you would have come in and announced it and let us understand what was going to happen, hey, you know what? Thanks for asking. We really appreciate that. And then we would adjust. But now that you just came right in, this is what's causing the conflict. And I surely hope everybody that's listening on YouTube or can go back to this at 4 minutes and 26 seconds ago can understand what's happening across the bands now with nets that think they own frequencies.
Hey, real quick. W4DOM is my call. My name is Dominic. Who's the guy from Puniac Springs? Yeah, I'm from Panama City. So who's the guy in Puniac Springs? Can I use
No.
the code?
I guess not. Not at the 10 yet, but anyway, N4QNT. I guess we should go back to the one more KC up where we were, or what? I don't know.
Yeah, get away from that broadcast station that's below us.
Yep, let's QSY back to 288, where a in-process QSO was taking place for the last 45 minutes to an hour.
All right, back to the original. Yeah, well, it's only a KC up, so okay. Back to 288, and we'll continue what we were talking about. N4QNT, QSY back to 88.
KB2UKA, QSY to 88. KB2UKA.
All right, N4QNT. Plus, there's a group right below. There's a group at 285 or 86. So how would that work out anyway? It doesn't make sense.
No, it really doesn't. It really, really doesn't. And their only response was they were there 25 years. And then their other rebuttal was that you said 40 years. And they said, no one said we've been here 40 years. We've been here 25 years.
Yeah, I guess I was being a little overzealous with my sarcasm. I apologize.
You know,
okay, 25
They're
years.
on there all the time, so they think, when somebody's QSOing above them, that they can go ahead and just, bust it up. But that's not, they need to read parts out in 97. They need to go through it and actually read what the FCC laws and regulations are, K1WIL.
Yeah, they know Part 97, Bill, and they only use it when they see a 4K signal and they try to say you're violating Part 97, which we all know is not even a violation of 97 if no one is in the bandpass.
Well, they're not reading deep enough into it. They only read to what they want to hear or see, then they stop. Keep reading, because it explains it a little bit better.
Yeah. Go ahead, Dom.
Okay, I found one, but it's a stereo breakout cable, 3.5 millimeter TRS now to dual XLR3. It looks like it's the only one they got.
No, that's not right.
Yeah, that's not. No, we definitely. All right, let me. I'm going to do a little clicking around here. I'm going to find it, and either way, you're going to get the
What's up,
cable.
Scott?
Well, I got to just do a quick little clicking around here. Man, it just makes my blood boil. I'm sorry, guys. I know I get a little agitated, but I just don't remember these questions on my test. Question number 1, general pool. Question number 1, extra pool. If someone's been on a frequency for 25 years in a row, and you, I mean, this is what I'm wondering. I don't remember these questions on the pools.
Right.
I'm pretty sure I know the guy from Defuniac Springs. I didn't get his call sign, but maybe I'll get it later. I do know who that is, because I'm from Panama City, so I've had to talk to him. I've been up in Mariana Clubhouse, so it's obviously a local down there, and they obviously didn't listen to see if the frequency was in use. And that 20-year stuff, that's really starting to reach me, man. It gets old. I don't even want to extend the courtesy no more, even if they've been there for 20 years. At this point, I think I'm just going to hold my ground, because they use that over and over and over again, and they're not getting it.
Let's see what Raleigh says about it. I don't know if these guys are forgetting that the band police are on here now or not, but they better go read the FCC rules and regulations and abide by them, because it's going to get ugly here, believe me.
Yeah, and half of those guys, Bill, they are the band police, and they're the ones writing to the ARRL about violation of Part 97 because of bandwidth. Because of 4K bandwidth, 6K bandwidth, blah, 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 blah. They're going down to 3630 where nobody is. No one is there except wide-banded guys, all using that part of the hobby and experimenting. And they're reporting them. Unbelievable.
I'd just love to know what your answer is. N4QNT, checking the band pass.
Who was on the frequency first? Were they
talking on another frequency, or were you here before them? If they were there first, then you move. That's all there is to it.
Exactly.
You were there before they came on the air.
It's on YouTube.
Then you should be able to be on the air.
KB2UKA's online stream. We were on 288 well before they came in at 8 o'clock, and they just started talking right over us in our band pass. So that's the issue right now. Just want to clarify if you just came in a minute ago.
You doubled just the first part of that.
Oh, okay. I say you can go back to Doug's YouTube live stream. We've been on 288 well before 8 a.m. Eastern, and they came right in on our ongoing QSO at KC away. And that's where the conflict started about 8 minutes ago.
Yep, this is KB2UKA. Just throw my call sign into YouTube and timestamp roughly hour and 20 minutes. We've been on 88 for almost an hour now.
Oh, today. Okay, that's fine. Then I would see they should move away. But all right. No big deal. I know they've had this net here.
There's somebody right below us at 85, so we were 94, so we don't want to cause any bandcast splatter, so we're going to go back up to the buffer frequency. That's why we
get away from it, because they were at, I remember several years ago, they were at 290, went down, or 289, and then came down to 87 to move away, 3 away from the 90, but, anyway, all right. I just got on. I was late coming into the net, but apologize. I'll get off here and let you have your QSO. I did not know. I asked what's going on. I really didn't get an answer. It was, so, all right. Have a good idea. K9URT, show 3.
73, KB2UKA QSY back to 88.
I appreciate that. Thank you so much for understanding. We'll move back up to the original 288 N4QNT QSY.
KB2UKA.
All right. Understand. See, that's great. They understand, and boy, I sure wish things would work out more smoothly in the future. As far as the first come, first use and all that stuff. So, you know what I mean.
Yeah. Well, the only thing is, Art, I understand where they're coming from. They've been here 20 years or whatever. But you don't jump on top of a ongoing QSO that's only, one above you. That's just not right. I don't care. Read the FCC rules. And with the band policing and stuff, I'll say this to the end. They walk among us, so they don't even know who they're talking to.
That's true. That's a great point. And I'll tell you, Doug, I got to hand it to you, man. That live streaming, you know what? I'm setting it up. I'm going to it. It really, man, it's a great tool to have for situations like this.
Absolutely. Hold on 1 second. What is going on? Overdriving. There we go. Okay, sorry about that. Yeah, it really is. It's just, we are, all of us on here right now, look what we do on Signal, how courteous we are, and how we want to triple check that we're not in anyone's bandpass. I would beg to argue that people doing 4K wide are more courteous because we know what a bandpass is.
Well, it's not so much. Like I said, I can understand, they had the net there for, 20 years, 25, 40 years, I don't care, 2 years. Be courteous about what you're doing. Just don't, because you get that old school, you don't remember what the FCC rules and regulations read. If somebody's occupying the band, you cannot go into their band path, which is about a 2.9 to 3K area. But then they jump right in because they somehow think that that's correct because they talk there every single day. But that's not correct. Read the FCC rules, K1WIL.
Well, exactly. I mean, isn't there that one net down the band? I think they're, what are they, 7230? There's some kind of group that's been there for a while now. And even on their webpage, it says this frequency, but minus or plus 5 kcs, depending if the frequency is in use. I mean, most nets stipulate that now for a newcomers or unknowns doesn't, pay attention maybe or realize that, we don't know. I didn't see this posted on the evening news that someone's on 7287 all the time. I mean, and why is that? How does someone, own turf on the band? Now, yeah, if they started up before us, 100%, they deserve it more than anybody else. But, you have to adjust your mode of operation accordingly each day. The environment can change. There's newcomers to the hobby. There's more traffic in the general portion. I mean, really, and actually very little bandwidth when you think about it, because it seems like it's these nits from frequency to frequency that are just, clogging up everything. Just pick a frequency, call CQ, and make some contacts. And, I don't know why it has to have a title or some kind of formal organization to transmit. Just, get in here, say hello, how's the weather, what kind of radio you're using, and move on. I mean, it's just all chit-chat, rag-chewing anyway, so why does it have to have a title?
Well, speaking of title, I just changed the title of the live stream to Net Interference at 1 hour and 20.
Oh, great. I want to hear that, too. I just want to pinpoint exactly how it goes down, and if someone's getting into the hobby, it's a great Elmer tool to show that this is how you don't go about, firing up next to somebody's QC.
Another thing, too, with all the streaming and stuff that's going on, and you got to be very careful because it's hardcore evidence of what's going on. So be careful. That's all I can say. If they come up and ask us in a proper way, I'd have no quorum on going to somewhere else. But when you blatantly pile on to somebody that accuse what's going on, that's not right.
Alrighty, Alan, you still in there?
Yeah, I'm still here. Enjoying the net busting.
Well, I think the more appropriate term is the QSO busting.
Well, that would be us.
Right. We were getting busted. All right, the gain structure sounds better already, Alan.
Yeah, I can definitely too. I can see on the equalizer, it's got that real-time analyzer. I can see that the moans are more pronounced. But like where we were right now, the EQ is flat with the exception of the highs and the lows.
All right. Why don't you do a at 80 hertz, do like a 3 dB boost. Let's start here. So if you have a pen, 80 hertz, do a 3 dB boost. 500 to 800 hertz. So maybe call it 600 hertz. Do like a 4 dB cut and make the Q wide enough so that it looks like a V from 500 to 800. And then do a 3 dB boost at 2500 with an upside down V, so that it's pulling up from like 1,000 up and peaking at 2500. Let's start there.
Okay, I got that all plugged in now. This is WA9WIUD for ID.
All right, give us a little audio.
This is WA9WIUD from the great southwestern Michigan. And testing our EQ, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
What do you think, Art? It needs more work.
Yeah, let me hear it one more time, Alan.
This is Alan from Michigan, in the great town of Baroda. Testing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I've got a low cut at 50, high cut at 3,000. We got about minus 2 dB at 600 and a positive 7.
He needs more highs.
Yeah, Doug. I'm thinking the mic is the first thing. I like to know where the switches are. I lost track of that earlier when we made the transition from the other frequency. Al, on the back of the Dynacaster, on the far right side, where is that switch? Is it pushed all the way down? Is it center, or is it all the way up?
Far right is in the center.
Okay, and now on the far left, where is that located?
Far left is on the flat, which would be the top.
No, I think flat is center.
Yeah, let's bring that to center.
Well, maybe I got my left and right mixed up. But anyway, they're both on the flat.
So which means they're center. So the far right switch is in the center as well as the far left switch.
Okay, I'm reading Dynacaster. The word Dynacaster in the left is in the center, and the right is on the bottom.
Okay, he needs to move the right to the center, I think, which is a slight lift to the high end.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. I would move them right. Move that right one to the center.
All right. The right is in the center.
Okay, and the new box that you're using now, however you're activating the mic, is there an input-output gain on that particular audio box, the USB interface box?
Yeah, we're at about 1 o'clock right now on the USB interface. So solidly in the green. I can dial it up here. Okay, here's what looks like we're clipping at about 3 o'clock. And now I'm going back to about 1 o'clock.
Yeah, try 2 o'clock. Let's just hear it at 2 o'clock.
Yeah, this is 2 o'clock. This is about a 10-degree increase in gain on the dial, and we're still in the green on the indicators.
230.
Yeah. Let's see. Now, that was the first knob approximately at 2 o'clock. Now, is there another knob on the opposite side, like an output potentiometer, or is that the input? I'm getting a mix. I think you're working on the input right now, right?
Yeah, I'm working on the mic side. Let me come over here to the flex, and I can boost up the gain on the flex side. Stand by. So just for reference, this is a flex gain of 46, and I'm looking to make sure we don't clip. Now I'm going up to about a gain of 63, and I got a peak indication on the flex right at 0, and an average indication right now of about a minus 15.
Yeah, that was a lot, big increase. A little bit on the now distortion side, so that might have to come back some. The flex slider for the mic gain level, you might want to pull that back at least 3 or 4 dBs.
Okay, pulling back. Okay, now my peaks on the flex are in the -5 range, and so that should be taking care of the clipping.
Okay. I mean, it's reasonable gain structure, Doug, right? I'm not, boy, I think I lost Bill. I heard Bill's comment barely, but yeah, Doug. So there's definitely some good, talk power going into the VSTs, into the DAWs. So now it's just a matter of working those VSTs to get some, a little more robust tone in the lows and highs.
Yeah. It's definitely more powerful now. So Al, what I would do if I were you, is not even transmitting. Talk into your DAW. Do this later, and each plugin, and I would take them independently. Each plugin make sure the input and outputs are just below, like just around 0 dB. So you go to your first one, you talk loud, you talk soft, you make so on your regular speech, like I'm talking right now, they should fluctuate around like -5, -3, and then when you get loud, they should maybe go to 0 to a tiny, tiny clip. Do that for each single plugin independently. That's how you set the gain structure in these plugins. I originally was doing it wrong, where I was trying to get the first plugin to drive the second plugin like it was analog gear, and it doesn't work that way. And Steve, K1GMM, actually told me that. He said take each plugin independently and set the gain structure in each plugin. Then I would go to nu9n.com and read up on his EQing. He gives you a good starting point on each frequency range and where to cut and where to boost. And then when that's all done, you get back on the air with us, and then we could tweak it to your voice. What do you think about that, Art?
Oh, yeah, 100% agree.
Okay, yeah, that sounds like a good plan, Doug. Yeah, now that my Dynacaster is working properly, thanks to Art, we need to go back to the entire chain and work on it, and also reread all the articles. So appreciate that. So I guess we get back to the normal QSO here, and thanks for the help. And hey, just to change the conversation, does anybody follow the PST Rotor talk group?
Oh, no. I think I've heard of that, though. What is that?
Well, the PST Rotor, it's an application that you can use to control your antennas with, your antenna rotors. But I bring it up now to shift the conversation. It's interesting. The developer of that is out of Romania, and he's got a talk group, and he had quite a discussion, about this Russian thing, and he talked about his family being under the influence of Russia, and communism back in the day. But anyway, he's taken a position that he's no longer going to license his application to anyone out of Russia, which, if you follow that talk group, is causing quite an interesting discussion. So I just wanted to see if you guys, or point you guys to that. You might be interested.
Ah, very good, very good. Yeah. I was talking with my business partner yesterday. Putin is about to deal with wokeness, and he's not used to that. They're going to cancel Putin, and it's going to be interesting to see how he reacts to being canceled, because no one cancels Vlad in his country. And you're going to get the global world canceling Mr. Putin. And it'll be funny to see how he reacts to that.
K1WIO at the bottom.
N42NT.
KB2UKA.
W4D on the 30. I'll check that, Art. I'll see if it's in stock.
Yeah, WA9WLUD. And just wondered, your SDR is out of Russia, right? And wondering how that may impact you.
That's interesting that you said that, because I expect it to impact the radio greatly. But they released an update yesterday. I think there's going to be an issue possibly with them selling the radio to distributors here. We'll see. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, that would be a shame if that happens. But getting all caught up in these world affairs. But anyway, just wanted to throw that out there and not to dwell on it.
Hey, Al, I just wanted to compliment you. Boy, you sound a lot better than you did this morning. And I also run a flex. So if you keep your audio levels about -5 dB, -3 dB, It's plenty enough to drive your amp, you know, and you get a much greater clean signal doing it that way. That's just my opinion from what I've seen, K1WIL.
Yeah, thanks for the feedback.
Yeah, big improvement. I'm happy to hear you guys shuffled around, or what VST, pinpointing the VST issue, certainly took care of the latency problem with the key up. So that little hiss or that little air sound is gone completely. And now, yeah, I'm starting to hear some nice tone, and you're a few steps away from getting it right. So, you know, as far as any adjustments from this point. But, boy, structure, gain structure, and as Doug knows, Bill knows, and Dom, and, you know, we've been doing this for a little bit here. It's all about gain structure. That's the foundation of the audio chain.
Yeah, thanks. I think the big improvement came from Art's experience in getting that phantom power, getting more powerful power inserter rather than using the USB power from the Scarlett. That made a big difference.
Yeah, it's a big joke that they advertise all these interfaces as 48 volts. And that's why I got the 6 or the 8i6 out, and that has a separate AC adapter, and I believe I'm getting a true 48.
100%.
All right. Hey, Art.
Oh yeah, go ahead, Don.
So it's a female XLR that goes into the phantom power.
Exactly. I was just giving a little illustration of my final input-output stage that goes to the radio. Yeah, the back of your microphone will be the XLR female, and then the end of that cable will be the XLR male that goes into the input of the 48-volt phantom power box, and then the output will be that cable I just sent, the female, and then on the other end will be the 1/8-inch mini will go into the mixer.
So the other cable's okay. I just need to switch this cable going to the from the phantom power supply to my box.
Or take my offer and not spend $10 on that. In my opinion, not the best cable, and I'll send you a robust, nice cable all ready to go. That particular cable could be on its way Monday morning.
All right. I could do that, or I could just buy it. It doesn't make a difference. Are you saying that this cable may not be shielded?
For $10.06, Dominic, don't take me the wrong way, but that cable looks a little thin in my opinion, especially for audio work around an amplifier.
Yeah, it's sitting right up against the tuner, and the amplifier is above it. All right, I'll take you up on that offer. Let me know in the message what I owe you.
No, you don't. No, come on, really? All right. Anyway, yeah. Or you can go with that Mogami Gold, $42.95 for a 6-footer. It's only it's only $42. No.
If I have issues, but yeah, I don't want any RF issues. I hope going to I think I'm thinking about this for a second. I'm kind of thinking I may not need the XLR male or XLR female. I think I could just unplug out of this high mic, because there shouldn't be any voltage going to this high plug going into the mic. There shouldn't be 8 volts. There shouldn't be anything there. So I could plug that right into the input of the Phantom 48 volts, and then come out of the Phantom with the regular XLR cable. You know what I mean?
Exactly. I mean, whichever one you choose, you know, the Dynacaster or even, right, the cabling now that you have out of your 781, I mean, you're halfway there, right? I mean, let's see. So right now, the cable coming out of the back of your XLR, of course, is female, and then the end of that cable is that false array connector, right?
Yeah, I was just checking. Yeah, the XLR cable going to the microphone. The XLR cable itself is female, and then and into the box is the Forster. So all I would have to do is unplug from the microphone, plug that into this 48 volts, and then go with a regular XLR from female to male, right?
Well, no. I mean, that Foster connector right now at the end of your microphone cable currently, you're not going to use that anymore. You're taking that out of the picture, right? You're going to just roll that up and put it away unless you ever go back. So that cable right now is just designed for that Foster A connector on the face of that UR mixer.
Yeah. Well, what I'm saying is the one that's in the front of the Foster 8 goes to the microphone. So it goes from the Forster 8 to the XLR female that plugs into the back of the mic. So when I get the 48 Phantom, all I got to do is unplug this from the back of this microphone, right, and plug it into the Phantom power supply.
Oh, that's right. Okay. Well, yeah. So that way you don't have to use that 1/8-inch connector next to the Foster. That's right. Okay. I forgot about that. Exactly.
Right. And the only other issue would be the Forster, without that ground in there, had given me RF. So I don't know what's going to happen when I put a cloud lifter in line. But I may end up needing to use that little 1/8-inch plug, just to avoid that. But I'm not going to worry about it right away. What I'm going to do is I'll just unplug right out of the back of this mic, plug that, and this is a female, so I got to plug into the male side of the 48-volt Phantom power supply, and then the output of the Phantom power supply is male, right, inside the box. So I need a female. I'm getting confused.
Hey, Dom.
On it, you were just there, so you just need a male to female XLR mic cable. Exactly. Whatever your length preference is. They come, 6 feet, 10 feet?
Yeah, I'm probably 3 foot. I can get away with 3 feet.
Yeah, you say that, but Dom, if you're going to put it on a boom, you know what I mean? You want your cabling to come out of your Dynacaster, maybe go on top of your boom and track it all the way on top, and then it'll come down behind the boom and then finally plug into the box. I would go at least 6 feet.
All right. I think that one is 6 feet that I had on it. Let me check.
Hey, Dominic.
Yeah.
I know something that'll solve all your problems.
What's that?
You let me send you this nice M-Audio interface, and you plug your mic right into it, and then you start running virtual audio.
Oh, I don't know if I want to go away. No, you mean to the computer?
Oh, boy.
Yep, right into the computer. A K1GMM special with the 7300.
Yeah, no, I'm not going to do that. I don't want, I'm like I said, I would have to get a totally different computer if I'm going to do anything with the radio, because I do a lot of stuff on my computer, and sometimes it requires me to reboot quite often. So I'll be kicking myself off the air a lot.
True, yeah. When you run the DAW, the computer's got to be able to handle it. All right, gentlemen, I hope you all have a beautiful day. It's nice and clear up here on 288. I guess they took the hint. I'm going to get out of here. Got to get the kids breakfast. Morning, Mike. What's up, brother? All right, I'll listen out. KB2UKA. Go ahead, Dom.
Okay, so I only need the one cable and the Phantom power supply and the mic.
Yeah, that should do it. All right, Doug. 7-3. Appreciate the live stream, and I always like to resort back to it to check audio settings and things like that. Boy, that's the best tool of all. I appreciate it. Have a great day. We'll catch up later from N4QNT.
Hey, Doug, take care, buddy. Sounded good down here into Pennsylvania, and yeah, we'll have to check that timestamp on, because what I text messaged you on the group. Now, from up there, that was from out of Trenton. That's why I wanted to make sure. So, okay. Have a good day, Doug. We'll catch up later, K1WIL.
Yeah, thanks, Doug, for the offer, and have a good day.
All right, guys, take care. And Art, when you watch the stream, you're gonna like how I can zoom in now. They updated that on the software too. It's a full zoom in on the spectrum. Hope you enjoy it. All right, guys, KB2UKA QRT 73, everyone.
Hey, I'll take care, buddy. I heard you in there. I guess you're going to clear off also. So have a good day, Al.
All right, guys. Hope you have a great day. Take care.